Back in the 80s, my life consisted of traveling around the world, going to engine plants, grinding camshaft lobes. And General Motors was one of my biggest accounts. Cummins, Ford, Caterpillar, Dana Corporation, Daimler-Benz, all over the place. Anyhow, spent a lot of time in factories trying to get things done as efficiently as possible. And to show you the difference that 45 miles can make, General Motors had 2 engine plants in Michigan. Bay City, Michigan had at that time the CPC powertrain plant, and then Plant 36 in Flint, Michigan, which had been the site of the sit-down strikes in 1936 and 1937 that helped create the United Auto Workers Union. That militant mentality never left that factory. You had to pay to get anything done. You had to take people to strip joints. You had to go to Angelo's and buy chili dogs. You bought coffee from the maintenance man, that never ran his machine because he had 25 coffee pots and pickled eggs and beef jerky to sell. When I asked the foreman, God, if that guy doesn't work, well, why doesn't the maintenance supervisor do something about it? And he said, oh, I wish I was his foreman. He got over 30 grand to look the other way last year. One day they said I had to go to the bathroom, and I always went by the engineer's office to the bathroom. I knew where it was, and a clean one. And a machine operator said, hey, go over to those stairs. There's one 50 feet from here. I went up the stairs, and halfway up, there's a big hole in the wall. Look in the hole in the wall, and there's Nautilus equipment with UAW workers on the clock working out. I also got my hair cut in there. I mean, I'm not a hard haircut because I've had a bad hair life. But I got my hair cut there. Guess where? They had barber chairs above the grinders where the electrical panels and the catwalks were, and they had blocked them off. They had 2 barber chairs up there. And the barbers had, the little jar with the crap in it and the combs and stuff to sterilize them in the auto plant. You could buy anything in there. Oh, I'll tell the story about the night shift foreman trying to set me up with a date for a Tom Petty concert. But anyhow, Flint, Michigan was the most militant labor place I ever experienced in my life. Hard to get anything done. And mind you, this was the time of Lopez and the consolidation and globalization of General Motors, and going to procurement-based manufacturing rather than engineering-based manufacturing, that led to the giant sucking sound of all the jobs out of this country. So it was with great relish I spoke to Michael Moore when he was promoting his film Roger and Me about the realities of Flint and that engine plant and that militant union mentality. He didn't want to talk. He just wanted to say I was wrong. I've actually worked, Michael Moore, in factories and dealt with that mentality. You just make movies about it. They're very entertaining. I buy them. I love them. And I'm proud to say I'm in Roger and Me during the Captain Dada scene, because I was staying at the Flint Sheraton there on Pearson Road. The cops came into the bar. They'd give you 2 drink coupons every night. The cops come into the bar. They go, hey, there's an active shooter outside. Nobody leave the building. Of course, all the people, all the salesmen at the bar, we all went up to that glass staircase and went to the top floor and watched it. And you can see us in that movie if you really look. So, enjoy me talking to Michael Moore on December 29th, 1989. He still doesn't get it, and never will. Some say I don't. Yeah, hell with you.
This is Mike Roberts. We're at WERE Talk Radio 1300. We're with Mike Moore, who is the producer, writer, director of a new movie called Roger and Me. Be premiering in Cleveland on January 12th. We've got time for 1 or 2 more phone calls, Mike. Let's go to the lines. Yes, Mike Roberts here. Go ahead.
Good morning. I'm very anxious to see the movie as I travel to Flint weekly to sell to General Motors to Plant 36 off of Stewart Road. And the thing I've noticed about Flint in the 3 years I've gone there is what a militant, unionistic city it is. I mean, you've got people standing in front of Kessel supermarkets picketing for years, apparently accomplishing absolutely nothing. And in the plant in Flint that I work in, it's the only place where I have people saying to me, "Hey kid, wake me up at 12 so I can go to lunch." And you know, it's where I see the most abuses of the whole union protection system toward management. You ask the foreman, "Hey, how can you allow this to happen?" They say, "Hey, we have nothing to do. The union makes the rules, and we got to follow it." And you know, it's no mystery to me why there's so many plants closing in Flint and other cities with this kind of attitude. If you go north of the Bay City, you've got a Chevrolet plant where the people work. They have the work ethic that's made America. I'd just like to hear Michael's reactions to that.
Thank you.
Well, I don't think that's the truth. I think that people who work in auto factories work very hard. At any job, you're going to have those people who are slouches or who are screw-ups. It doesn't matter whether it's at General Motors or, you know, any place. I mean, that's just to sort of, you know, paint with such a broad stroke this, you know, to slam an entire group of people because of a few people who screw up. I think that's wrong. I don't think that's the case.
Thanks for watching Cleveland Live Music. If you like staring into the sun with me, hit the subscribe button. There's Patreon and GoFundMe information in the video descriptions. Thanks for the support, and thanks for making the channel grow.